How is it going, everyone? Gotta take you guys through some very exciting PlayStation JRPG updates. We're gonna be talking about what looks to be Falcom's busy slate of upcoming titles, as they gave us some insight on that. And Dragon Quest VII Reimagined isn't a game that I've been highlighting a ton, but I do want to give you guys a heads up that that game is out very, very soon. Actually, it'll be hitting its early access period tomorrow. You guys know how I feel about that, but yeah, we'll talk about that game in a little bit. But first of all, Falcom's been one of the most consistent development studios on the planet over the last few years, and it's great to see that their games are coming out stateside fairly quickly as well. Trails in the Sky first chapter came out last September, and the best part about that game was that it was a day one worldwide release, and we just had the release of Trails Beyond the Horizon this year. However, Falcom is looking to have a pretty big 2026 and beyond as well. Noting regarding 2026, as mentioned in the question, we have already decided to release two new titles, referring to Trails in the Sky second chapter and an unannounced game. That's something we haven't done in several decades. We are fairly confident about that in terms of development progress and are currently at a stage where this goal appears quite feasible. As for the second title, aside from Trails in the Sky second chapter, we are planning a major announcement next month in February. We intend to make a big reveal. This year also marks Falcom's 45th anniversary, and we hope to build hype around this milestone by announcing stuff in a good pace, so we kindly ask everyone to be patient and stay tuned for further updates. Now, Kondo also mentioned that they are working on the latest entry in the Trails series, so that's in development. The new Tokyo Xanadu game is in development, a new Ys game is in development, and a new IP is in development. And beyond all of that, after Trails in the Sky second chapter, there is going to be a discussion on whether they are going to remake Trails in the Sky third chapter or a Trails from Zero remake, which, okay, let's break all of that down. First of all, Trails in the Sky third is a little bit different than first and second chapter from a design standpoint, so some people want them to skip that. I don't think you skip it. I think you remake third chapter. If you're gonna remake the games up to, I would say, Cold Steel. I mean, if you want to remake Cold Steel 1 and 2, that'll be years and years down the line, and there can be an argument made absolutely to remake Cold Steel 1 and 2, but if you're gonna remake these games, I wouldn't just skip one of the games for the sake of skipping it just because it might not be everybody's favorite. Third chapter is still a good game, and Kevin is a very notable character, so I think they should remake that. Trails from Zero is goated, so obviously we want a remake of that, and that's a game that I played when it came stateside a few years ago when it finally got localized, but it's a PSP game. Like, it obviously shows its age, and getting people to play that game is going to be a little bit difficult. I love the cast and characters in that game as well. I would love a remake of that game, but I'm willing to wait a couple of years to first get the third remake. Even though I like Zero better than third, I still would wait a couple of years for Trails from Zero if it means getting a remake of third. Now let's break down everything else. Okay, so there's gonna be Trails in the Sky second chapter. We already know that, and that's coming out fall of this year. What's interesting is, what is that other game? Well, I would imagine that other game is gonna be the sequel to Tokyo Xanadu. Ys already got Ys 10 Proud Nordics recently, and that's coming out stateside this month. But Tokyo Xanadu, that sequel's been in development for quite a while, so I think that's gonna be the other title that Falcom is gonna release this year, and who knows if that'll come stateside right away, or if it'll be, you know, something that gets localized in 2027. We don't know. A new Ys game, that's still probably a little bit of a ways out, and a new IP, who knows what that could be, since it's gonna be a totally new intellectual property. What I find to be really interesting about all of this is, based on the games that are coming out, I don't think we're gonna get the latest entry in the Trails series this year. Rather, that's gonna be a 2027 game, and if you actually look at it, that would, I believe, be the biggest period in between major trail series is in one singular arc. And you could say, I believe Trails from Cold Steel 2 and 3 had a similar length of time, but Cold Steel 3 kind of started a new arc as well. There was a time skip, etc., etc. We've been waiting on this Beyond the Horizon sequel for a while. Obviously, it just came out in the States, but people have been waiting on that Beyond the Horizon sequel in Japan for going back to fall of 2024, and you're probably not going to get it this year. Earliest I would say you're going to get it is early next year, but it could be a fall of 2027 kind of thing, which I believe that is a good thing. This is going to be a pivotal game for the Trail Saga, so them waiting and taking their time, really making sure they cook, I think that is going to be beneficial for the sequel to Beyond the Horizon. So take all your time on that. I mean, if you're a fan of Trails, you're going to have the Trails in the Sky second remake, and then also you're going to have Falcom's other titles that are coming out. Ys 10 Proud Nordics is coming out this month. There's no shortage, and you can take a break from Trails. And honestly, you guys know how much I love Trails. For me, playing through Daybreak 2, playing through Sky First Chapter, and playing Beyond the Horizon, getting pretty close to the end now with that game, as much as I love this series, a little bit burned out of playing 3 games in the span of 1 year. I am okay with this year just going and playing second chapter, taking a break. I don't even know if the Beyond the Horizon sequel would be a worldwide release, but I'm ready for a break for a little while. At least give me this 7-8 months until Sky second chapter comes out, and then if I'm not playing Trails for an entire year, you know what? I'm okay with that. Playing 3 games in the span of 1 year was a lot, and as I'm playing Beyond the Horizon, love the game, think it's fantastic, love that we're progressing the story, love all of the different characters that are in, although I do think it's a lot to keep up with, but at the same time, it's just been a lot of Legend of Heroes, man, and maybe you could say that's a self-inflicted wound. Who cares? Like, I'm such a big fan of the series that obviously I'm gonna run out and play them on launch day, but at this point I'm like, alright, that was a lot of hours. We're approaching well over, 210 hours across the 3 titles. I'm ready for a little bit of a break, so if they want to take a little bit of a break, I mean, we'll still have Sky second chapter, but I don't need another year where I'm playing 3 of these games. I'm actually okay with that one, but nonetheless, gonna be a busy year for Falcom. And lastly, I do want to mention that Dragon Quest VII Reimagined has gotten some new details. Mainly wanted to bring this up because the game is out tomorrow in advanced access, and then its official release will be on February 5th. Dragon Quest VII Reimagined finally launches on Thursday, February 5th. The game is a remake of Dragon Quest VII, featuring significantly enhanced visuals and a reimagined story and battle system compared to the original game in 2000. What begins as a journey sparked by a group of childhood friends' simple curiosity to collect mysterious stone tablets transforms into a grand adventure that'll determine the world's fate. Venture forth on Dragon Quest VII Reimagined's epic adventure. You know, this is a game that I know people are super excited for. Not crazy about that art style, gonna be real with you guys, but I do know that they're going for a more cohesive narrative in this game, and I know one of the big issues with DQ7 when it initially came out was the length and how the game was structured, so it looks like they've improved that quite a bit. And if you're a fan of JRPGs, I mean, Dragon Quest has been fairly consistent. You kind of know what you're getting yourself into, and now with DQ7, that will be dropping on February the 5th on all major platforms. And hey, Dragon Quest has been in the limelight quite a bit recently with DQ1 and 2, DQ3. There's been a lot of Dragon Quest to go around, and hopefully the next mainline Dragon Quest is making good progress as well. But that's gonna do it for me. Again, it's gonna be a big year for Falcom. I'm kind of burned out of Legend of Heroes, at least for the moment being. You know, by the time September, October rolls around and Sky second chapter comes out, I'm gonna be knee deep in that. But if we don't get another new mainline game for a while, you know what? I'm okay with that. Let them cook with Beyond the Horizon 2, and then if it's fall of 2027, I'm fine with that. But they've got a lot of other projects in the works, and I really am excited for the potential of a new Tokyo Xanadu. I like Tokyo Xanadu 1. I didn't think it was this blowaway game, but that IP being developed more, I am excited to see what that could end up being. And Dragon Quest VII Reimagined, new details on that have come out ahead of its advanced access release tomorrow, full release on February the 5th. That'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, sound off there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.